kid.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
What on earth is the matter?
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty.
And I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Are all I was given.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
Anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking Magisters.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Ask what you must. I've nothing to hide.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
What happened? Must have been the turnip. Water?
What?
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into unconsciousness. You shake the lizard by the shoulder. You shake the lizard by the shoulder. The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock-still. You hear a faint thud. The dwarf lies in a heap. The dwarf lies in a... You shake the lizard by... Ifan lies motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. Under his shaggy hair, his eyes flicker open, but he doesn't
hallucinate.
Ifan cries out. Then
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
it's no use.
The dice roll darkly.
The elf lies motionless. The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally, but she doesn't stir. As the dead man's flesh slides down your throat, you feel his consciousness enter yours. Your heart is heavy. You know too much. It's all too much. You met. A bright light blinds you, then fades. Suddenly you're on this very ship, crouched in a corner, hugging your knees. A figure approaches, an older woman. She reaches a hand toward the memory's end. You are no longer Finn. The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a...
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way. again.
The hound paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black nose, and the dog notices you for the first time and snarls. The hairs on its back...
You sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and paws at its nose.
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much salt.
Please, make it stop.
The dog whines.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters. Damn! That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
You pass through the door, and are suddenly face to face with The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of...
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist...
The skeleton looks up.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book.
Yes, indeed. It's the... Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to. Please, I was no more an elf than you are. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed a mask that was stolen, but still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools. And I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands. Indeed, just as sensible as getting off it. I would say good day, but
The skeleton shrugs casually.
Please, my time is short.
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull! Gods damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick.